Hello. Right, this morning I thought that we would together make friends with my new grimoire. So I don't know if you saw in my last video when I did a flip through of my last finished book that I had found this book called Magic Beans, and I was going to use this for my next grimoire. So I definitely made that decision because I just love those little beans on the front. So I'm not going to alter the cover an awful lot because I just loved it so much, but I have painted over the label that said Magic Beans and left the Magic Beans title, painted over it in blue, and I've added to it the next chapter because it's the next chapter in my personal story. So that's what I've added. I've sort of blocked out the names of the authors that are in the book and put by Sarah Jane, because that's me. That's really all I've done to that front bit there. A little bit battered on the edges, so I made it slightly more battered by just running over it with some sandpaper, and then I don't know if you can see, I've put some gold paint along those edges there, the little rough edges. I quite like how it's roughed up a little bit, like it's older than it is. And then on the spine, I did a little oval there to pop in the next chapter. I haven't done anything on the back yet because I'm not sure quite what I want to do. But I've had an idea, but anyway, I thought let's get the front done so that it makes it a bit more mine. So that's all I've done there. Then I wanted to add a ribbon this time because I didn't have a ribbon on my other ones, and I've been putting them on the ones that I make for my Etsy shop. So, and I really like those, so I thought I would add some ribbon. So I've got some leftover ribbon. I gather it from all sorts of different places. If I see a bit of ribbon, it goes in my box. So I've used masking tape to glue it to the cover here. A little bit of the all-purpose clear adhesive as well, just to make it extra strong, so that if I have to pull it a bit tighter, it's not going to come here. And then on the inside, I have already painted the first 2 pages. So I don't know if you can see the outline there of the bit of masking tape I've used to attach that to that. And I've done the same at the back there, look. I haven't done anything to that yet. So I wanted to paint on the inside, and I've used sort of similar colours to like that there, with a gold, make it, I wanted it to have a sort of feeling of dawn, the sun rising, because I'm trying to feel positive about the next chapter of my life personally. So that's why I used this. I'm just really smushed the acrylic paint all over, a bit of white in the middle, and blended it all in, let that dry. So that's what I've done with that. Ready to put my little book plate in. So I'll show you what I've done now. So just have a bit of my coffee. Oh, it's nice being quiet on my own. I had 2 days of babysitting while teachers were on strike, so it's all quiet today. Normally, every time I sit down at my desk, Polly wants to come and sit at the side of me and do something with me, and I indulge her because I think it's really nice to encourage her. So I don't get much done myself, but I don't mind. It's passing it forward, passing on that appreciation for art and how good it is for you. So yeah, right, I had a bit of leftover sticker paper from making stickers, and I keep every bit because it's useful. So I've used my watercolours, made a little border, and written in that this book belongs to me. I've put on it my sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign as well, because they're sort of important to to me. And the dates, because I thought it'd be nice to put the date in the front of when I started it, because this is a bit of a chunky one, so it might take a while to finish. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to stick this in the front cover. That's the beauty of using this sticker paper. I buy the brand Evergreen on Amazon. So quite like that. So, oh, yeah, this is going here. Right. So, there you go. Made it mine so far. And then I have, again, using some of the leftover sticker paper, I used my shimmery watercolours and wrote magic beans and then cut it out. So I'm going to stick that on there. Glasses on, glasses off. Better with this. This is not going to be so easy to pull the backing off, is it? I hope I'm in shot when I'm doing this. Yeah. There we go. That. Gonna go there. Okay. Just get it on. I'm not a perfectionist. If I was a perfectionist, I'd never actually get anything finished. And I like to roll with a project. If I've got a project in mind, get the bloody thing done, and then move on to the next project. So I don't measure things. Sometimes they're wonky, and I don't care. It's the process. It's the most important thing. Right, magic beans. Fabulous. Oh, that looks great. Oh, just how I wanted it. Lovely. Right. So we've got that in there, and I want to obviously make this look a little bit prettier than that. And so I am going to write the next chapter. I'm wondering, I think I'm going to write it in white underneath here. So using my Posca pens. I have trouble with these white ones. They sometimes leak. It's really annoying when you've paid for something and it leaks. What do you reckon? Yeah? So then put little edges on these. Sort of, I quite like this at the moment. Finishing off the lettering. And I'm quite excited to work in this book because you know, I've been moaning about things and the situation we're in, and it hasn't changed an awful lot yet. These things are going to take months and months and months to sort out. But I am trying to feel positive about the things I am in control of, if you like. So really enjoying the stuff that I can do, and the stuff that I can't do, I just have to go with the flow, don't I? So I like putting my little borders in, so I'm not sure whether to do white or red. I'm feeling red. I'm feeling red. Oh, hello, Frank. Are you coming up? So I'm going to go around these edges here. Hello, here he comes. Frank, get out. Got a hairy thing. I think I'm going to have to buy some sort of industrial brush for him. So if anybody's got any suggestions for good brushes for cats. He's half ragdoll, so his fur is incredibly fine and soft and thick. And it's just like gets in the air. Isn't it? Hey, Harry. So, yeah, I'm worried that when the weather warms up, he's going to molt and we're just going to drown in a sea of Frank fur. A little funny story about Frank is the fact that when we had Frank, Polly took to him. My granddaughter Polly took to him totally. So she'd be, he's coming up for 2, so she'd be about 6 when we had him. And they sort of grew up together. And they're like kindred spirits, Sarah and Frank. He lets her do anything and he follows her around, they play together. And even though now it's a bit heavy for her to pick up, but she still does it. But yeah, when she calls him, shouts him, it's like, Frankie, Frankie. And then one day she shouts, Frankie Wanky. And we all fell about laughing. And Polly does not know why we find it amusing. And none of us can tell her not to do it, because then you'd have to sort of explain why. And it is sort of weirdly cute. So yeah, sometimes poor old Frank, he gets called Frankie Wanky. So yeah, we're not going to tell Polly. It'll stick with him forever, probably. It's coming up to his 2nd birthday soon. So he was born on April Fool's Day. And the owners of the cat that had Frank didn't even know she was pregnant. She was only a young cat, and one of her other cats that she'd got, who was the ragdoll, had been busy with her. And they didn't know, and they thought that she'd had a poo on daughter's bed in the night. And when they went to clean up the poo, it was one little kitten. That was our Frank. And we'd recently lost our old Stanley, so we said that we would take on little Frank. We called him Frank because when he was born he had blue eyes like his dad, and we sort of thought, oh, that Frank's in our trouble, blue eyes. And then his eyes went yellow. So he hasn't got blue eyes at all. Sometimes when I do this, I think, why did I start doing all these little marks? But then it is quite meditative. Meditative, yeah. And I can just think about anything else while I'm doing it. There, beautiful. Ah, see, I like that. So, I think as well, I want to put some stars in here. So I'm going to use my white one to put some stars around the place. It makes it look more magical, doesn't it? Like that. And then, sorry about that, disappeared. Oop. Mum and Dad on the phone, so. Right, okay. So in between I have just finished off by doing a few little spots around for some magical stars. So I'm quite happy with that. I may add another little sticker or something here at some point, but I'm happy that that book is mine now. So then the next pages, what I've done, I've already prepped it so I can show you what I've done, is I have left those pages, stuck a couple together to make them a bit firmer. Then let me move my beans out of the way, I'll show you them in a minute. I've painted the contents page all red, painted a bit of gold on there, and cut this bit out here to make a pocket to put a little zine in it when I do that. So I've put some double-sided tape on here to make the pocket. And let's get this done. Let's peel the whole bloody thing off. Right. Okay, so sandwich them together. There we go. Excellent. That's not so excellent, is it? Let's get a bit of pip. Stick that. I didn't stick that together very well, did I? Okay. Good old prep. There. That's better. That side all right? Yeah. Okay. So we've got the next page already. And it don't matter that you can see the words through it and everything, because we put all sorts of lovely things over the top, don't we? So I'm going to put a little zine in there. I've already ready-made one. You know, when you do it, A4 paper. And that's good to go. But I'm not going to do that today. I might do that another day. I'm not quite sure what to write in it yet. But I might be a little bit of a wishes and things for what's going to be in here. Anyway, then because it's called Magic Beans, I thought, what do I do as my first page? So I thought I really wanted to make some magic beans to decorate it with. So I got some watercolour paper, a little bit of yellow ochre, made the bean shape, a little bit of gold in there as well. I made these little bean shapes and put some little faces on them. So I've got 5 of these that I'm going to decorate this bit with, and some, again, the watercolour paper, because it's nice and stiff, added some gold stars and cut those out as well. So I'm going to use them on this page. Not 100% sure exactly how. I don't know whether to spread them over the page. That's quite nice, isn't it? So I'm going to stick them on, then I'm going to put some words around them. So I think I'll start by gluing the little magic beans on. And then I was thinking about what to sort of write. And I'm not 100% sure what's going to be happening in this book. And I always think it's just, oh God, I can't get my words out. It's a place to play. It's a place to sometimes rant, a place to learn things and write down what you learn, observe and write down observations, and just find yourself and your place in the world and document that. So that's essentially what my book is to me, and it doesn't have to be all themed or anything like that. It's just whatever comes in my head is going to go in it. You're bound to find that it has a certain style or a certain flavour because you gravitate towards what you like, the colours you like, the way you like to write, and the things that you put in, which is nice to see as it develops and comes along. I mean, I was looking through some old journals from like oh, must be 2002, 2004. And looking at the style then of what I did, but, and how you come on and how you change and evolve and grow and twist and turn. It's lovely. Right, so I did make some notes, and I decided that I would put something like, what magic beans will grow within the pages of this book. And I think I'm going to write that with this white. And I'll start over here. What? Magic beans. Will grow. Then pages, excuse me, of this book. Like that. And then I'm going to put the stars around. And I'm going to do some gold edging. In fact, I might do the gold edging first. Show you whereabouts I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go all the way around here. And here like this. You see how it finishes it off nice. I love the idea of having these little magical beans going through this book, like seeds, and growing new wishes, new dreams, new goals, new friends, new places to see, new home for me. New things to learn. Oh, it's so exciting, isn't it? Right. So, I'm not going to put you through it all, but I am going to go around these edges like this. And I'll finish that off behind the scenes as such, because I'm sure you don't need to watch me do all this. And I think I'll be dobbing a little bit of around as well. I'm just thinking I might do the little things on the words as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think it'll finish it off as well. So we'll go and put the little flicks on all the letters. Yeah, I think that'll look nice. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to write on here to I might put something here. What type of bean will I plant? How will I water them? Come and tend the ground. Choose the beans and water them with imagination, intuition, hope, love and gratitude. Oh, yeah, I like that. So let's stick the stars in. I say I'll finish these behind the scenes. Let's stick these lovely stars in, and then I'm going to write those words there, I think, with my dip pen. I like writing with my dip pen. Good God, hear that traffic? Right. Frank here's my Pritt stick. Thanks, Frank. Disgusting. I thought it would be nice to share how I make my book mine, so you can have some ideas on how to make your book yours. It's just really a process of playing. I love the idea that these old books are turned into something else. They've evolved, haven't they? It was sat on the shelf in the charity shop. I can't remember how much I paid for it, 50p or something. And a little kid had written in it. And it was all dejected, and it's going to become something very, very, very precious to me. So it's like alchemy, isn't it? Ooh, it's a good way of describing it. Alchemizing a book. How about that? Maybe that's not really the right description. Who knows? Oh, I don't know where to put them. Right, where do I put this last one? There. And then we'll write here. Oh, you bugger. Floor. Okay. Last one. There. Oh, I like this. They make me happy. Hey. So, let me get my dip pen. And we'll just do this. Where's my words? This is my dip pen. I think I bought it. I bought it off Amazon. It's not the cheapest one you can get, but it's not the most expensive dip pen either. And it works really well. I've got some Winsor & Newton black ink. So, what type of bean will I plant? How will I water them? Tend the ground. choose the beans and water them. With imagination, intuition, hope, love, and gratitude. And a little kiss from me. There. Happy with that? So I'm going to finish these edges, sprinkle a little bit of stars on these, finish these words like that, and then we can decide what magic beans we're going to choose and get them in this book. So this is going to be fun, isn't it? So I hope you join me, and it could be like a Grimoire Along club. What about that? Grimoire Along. Oh, I don't know. That's a bit of a tongue twister, but it's quite a good idea. So why don't you Grimoire along with me? Thank you.